go find jobs, pay the bills, get family, get car, get house, get labors, and be the slave forever of your life? Do you really live the life that you wish for? If everybody wake up every day and feel so full of purpose and their mind is awakened and they live up to their potential, then everybody would be leaders. Everybody would be billionaire, and then the super rich become normal. And there's no different gap in society anymore. That lots of people, they don't want that to happen. So they have to keep the majority of the populations under control.
Welcome to Neuro Legacy Podcast, the channel focused on building legacy and generational wealth. She is the woman who proved you can have it all. Together with her family, she is empowering you to rewire, rise, and reign your life.
Hello and welcome to another episode with me and the Majesty of Soul by herself. Hello, it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me again.
You're very, very
Thanks
welcome. How are you today?
Not too bad. Very good. Thank you.
That's nice. Good to hear.
So, yeah, it's the last day of the half term and the kids going to have the great season with us.
Are you happy about?
Yeah, be ready to be hands-full, and I can't wait to experience with them,
Lots of
day and
parents
night.
are tempting, oh no, the kid's gonna be full-time at home. How are you dealing with that?
It depends. If you take it like pressure, then it's shown so up more as a pressure. But if you take it at like enjoyment, and then the perspective change, right? So basically, the perception is from what you take it in and from your own perspective of view. But when you shift it to the perspective in the different angles that change everything, it's the same with life, with business, with marriage, with relationships, with career as well. So there is like a little experiment when you close your eyes and you imagine you wake up right now. You're 80 years old and now you wake up in a 35 years old body. So there's no pain, there's no ache. You walk down the stairs and you see the kids little again with the toys around them. How that make you feel? And suddenly you feel like awakened because you feel like every moment of them right now, scattering, chaos, messy, is the most valuable time of life that maybe we just don't realize it. We are too quick in the movement. And people, when they don't see it with clarity, they take it as like pressure. And it goes on. I was once in that trap as well. Of course, I'm human. Sometimes I'm not very fully aware that it's actually a gift of life, the presence and the moment you just need to live in.
So that's lead me directly to the first question I would like to ask you. Ready?
I'm always ready for my family.
Sounds good. So why does the elites and the governments don't want everyone to be awakened?
That's a really deep question. And the question is quite on a higher level because we have lots of late night talks about lots of topics, right? But for our new audience, they may not understand what we are referring to. So the way that it means, what he means is because like lots of people don't live up to the purpose of their potentiality, and people just running their whole life when they born or grow up, they restructure to do the same thing all over again and go get a job, paying bills, and then pay off the debts, and then buy house, buy car, buy like a lot of materials things until the end of your life. And do they one time asking themselves ever about, do they really live up to their life purpose? So this is about the experiments, because a lot of research and the documentaries that showed up that the majority of humans are being controlled and manipulated, and the way that we should live, how we should maneuver in life in a rat race and be a good labor forces to the end of our life. Because imagine if everybody wake up every day and feel so full of purpose and their mind is awakened and they live up to their potential, then everybody would be leaders. Everybody would be billionaires. Everybody would become the elites. And then the super rich become normal. And there's no different gap in society anymore. And there will be no workforce anymore. That lots of people, they don't want that to happen. So they have to keep the majority of the populations under control by, so a lot of research from the CIA documents, from the Gateway, from a lot of spiritual courses or program, they figure out that somehow back in the ancient wisdom, like, the Egyptian pyramid, they, at that time in the past, with that limited tools, they can build the pyramid in the perfect shapes. So what is keep it hidden away from them? And the research shows a lot of things already get burned. Those secret language and the energy center about the pineal gland was burned or was destroyed because they don't want the human to discover it. Very little percentage of the human on the earth can discover or by themselves awakened, so they live up to the potential or their purpose, or lots of them open to learn, and they can activate their energy center. And hopefully the children one day can also discover that themselves and live up to their purpose, because that's going to benefit their life. You will feel great about your life and you will make the extraordinary life.
I mean, listen to that. It's a bit difficult to put it in the right place in terms of, it doesn't really sound like conspiracy theories, but in the other terms, when you mention like CIA documents and ancients and past and everything, it sounds like
something suspicious.
Yeah, exactly, like
ambiguous.
conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like it's, I believe there is a true, but it's very, I mean, you explained it pretty well, but however.
So I'm not the resources of the information. So from what I understand, what I dive in the industry, and I will see lots of courses, and let's say the Gateway or other courses, they will sell you a lot of audio tracks, because the CIA experiments was for some human potential to be unlocked and how powerful it can be of the brain power and like hemisphere experience, left brain and right brain, and astral travel, like out of body experience, like you experience yourself. I've never experienced that. The astral travel, the lucid dreaming, the one that like those with their pineal gland or their third eye activated. So what the CIA document in 1983 was written is, it was purposely packed by the government that they want to avoid that. So they try to create ways to keep the humanity blocked their pineal gland to be activated by lots of consumptions in their daily life, like a fluoride in the water, fluoride in the toothpaste, or in the shampoos, chemicals, things that you take in.
Like Teflon,
yeah,
for example.
Deliberately calcify the pineal gland, the energy center around your, in the center of your brain, in the front one, the tiny particle. And that, over the years, keep people just, waking up and like a zombie, let's say. Like we was once there. If you grow up in like a society that they program to do like this at certain age, go find jobs, find things to do, pay the bills, get family, get car, get house, get labors, and be the slave forever of your life. And do you really live the life that you wish for? Especially a woman, in a lot of society, whereas I came from Asian cultures, is like very underprivileged. They don't have the potential to live up to their life purpose. And it depends. The more you open your eyes, you will see that you don't know anything. So when you awaken, you feel great about your life. You feel abundance about your life. That is a lot of opportunities and possibilities out there in the world. That's not just because of our origins, background, family background, circumstances, or ethnic minorities, nationalities, countries. Those things doesn't stop us.
So how to activate?
You know better than me.
No, but
You haven't
but as a family,
activated.
like as a person, for yourself, keeping in mind your environment, keeping in mind your circumstances, keeping in mind your family, keeping in mind the relations where you are. So how to activate
I
and use
consider,
it?
yeah, I consider myself as quite lucky because I just came to a lot of abundance in my life, just by pure intention, like my career. And when I was a no one, let's starting at 20 years old, I jumped quantum jumping, leaping to like the very highest position in my career path that I can never dream of. And I got to travel with world leaders, as you know. And, I've been sitting on a lot of tables, private tables, conversations, and this opened my mind a lot. And when I in that flow state and I attract that career, it's the same way that I attract my family as well, and I attract the husband dream of my life that love me more than himself, and the children who just love me every single day and give me love and gratitude. And I was thinking at some point every single day of my life, how could this even happening to me out of the blue, right? Imagine I'm from a very minor country, let's say Vietnam, and I go all the way up there, and now how do we land it here?
So how do we manifest that all?
That is
Money, love, career, family, surroundings, environment.
yeah. So remember, in all my sharing episodes and podcasts, we always talk about what we talked about last time as well. Is always go back again to yourself and you, right? And the children, if I would teach them, I would always ask them to go back again to themselves, their own self, their heart, their mind, their body, soul and mind, and go back again to the root. You work on those root issues, you're going to unblock a lot of potential. So I think with a clear mind of clarity, with a high awareness every day you go through life, whatever you do, whatever you say, whatever you eat or consume, whatever you want to bring to the world, make impact, it's gonna give you in return the manifestation of your life that you want, but with a pure heart. So I remember when I manifested a career, it was out of my pure heart, pure intention, just with a thought. I sent out the thought, but I was feeling in my heart very pure. There's nothing inside of me was like, oh, I need that to be greedy or to be harmful to others. And this come magically in few months, short time as well. So I think there are lots of methods right now, techniques that we can apply to our daily life. And I believe there are lots of courses out there and the programs that can help you to pick up the one that's good for you. But in general, basically, you can just think of the things that matches to you at the most. Because some people can love, opera, high music, orchestra, or piano. But some people, they just like to get connecting to the nature. They go to the ocean, they go to the woods or the jungles, they connect to the natures. Or some people love writing diary, journaling. I'm one of them. Some people love meditation, visualize meditations, or breath work in different forms. In Buddhism, also teach you about how to breathe in Vipassana meditation and go back to your core, your root central. So it's the key thing to help you navigate in life regardless of what storms coming across. You're going to go back to yourself, and that's going to change everything. So go back to your questions. How do we manifest that? It will come when your mind, your left brain, and your right brain vibrating together. So lots of documents like this, the CIA documents, they review about the audio track that can bring them on the same vibrations, because sometimes your left brain is about logic, thought, minds, ideas, but your right one is more about feelings, intuitive, and it's about strong emotions. It have to be come together. And then in the last episode where I talk about How do you know if it's the soul you're talking or the ideas that you are really want to manifest it from the true purpose of your life? It is when your mind, your heart, and your gut in alignment. That is when you know that exactly it's gonna happen.
That's very interesting, and I think
And scientifically proven as well.
And how to dive there more inside?
In terms of what aspect? So
Day-to-day life, let's say.
I think...
Because like clarity, I think that's a topic, like a general topic you have to set up in your brain, which directions. But like in terms of day-to-day life.
So the activations of pineal glands give you the portal to the clarity of the soul purpose. So this is when you connect to the other higher vibrations or frequency in the universe, like the earth moving. And this gives you a different angles that you don't see things just on the surface level, just not on the earthly daily life anymore. You see things in a different realms. Like, Marvel, you love to watch Marvel with William. This comes from science as well, or Matrix. We live in a different dimensions and different version of the earth. And there are also a lot of different version of ourselves in different dimensions. And so the term, that different version of yourself, is exactly you can transform yourself every day. Imagine yourself like a little one 10 years ago, 20 years ago. That is still you, but in a different forms and shape and version of you. Now you are still you. You're still that person, the same name, the same mind, the same thing, but a totally different person, different version in this reality right now, right? And this is the gateway when you do activities to open your mind. You have more knowledge. You know exactly which direction you can go. And then your heart's feeling happy or feeling like exciting about the things that you are on the directions. And then your gut and your instincts also saying the same thing. And when it's in alignment, you know exactly, okay, I'm in the right path. Because I wake up, I feel great. I feel purposeful. I feel that I'm going to make impact today. That you don't let any day wasting by in vain. And this is what I'm going to give to the kids, the key moment for their life to practice, or like keep techniques that they can do just for the basic things, but they're repeating every day. Make sure their body in the best shapes, their mind in the best version, always get more knowledge inside, and their heart is on the right move as well. And I hope they can pick up something from there, and other children as well, and family as well. That's why our podcast calling, empowering families to rewire, rise, and reign.